We were born in a world where we were dependent on our primary caregivers to meet all of our needs, to be fed, to change our pampers, for love and affection, for a sense of safety and security in our environment, for feeling that we belonged. For some of us, that was smooth, and for others, it was a bit of a struggle. We become adults, and we live with a lot of the remnants of the past inside our brain, our body, and our psyche. A lot of those remnants are old coping mechanisms and old strategies that we used to protect ourselves and to meet our needs when we were an infant and a child. But a lot of those are obsolete. So now a lot of us, all of us in one sense or another, are wearing old clothes from the past that we've outgrown. Jesus said, "Do not put new wine in old wineskins." So of course that's a metaphor spiritually for live in the present moment, be free. We have 4 core needs that we often deprive. The body wants to move. The body wants to experience new things. The body wants to have pleasure. The heart wants to feel not just all the good feelings, but the bad feelings. It wants to feel, period, including all the suppressed feelings that we may have from childhood, from unmet needs and the pains that we could not endure, could not cognitively rationalize back then. Our soul wants to soar. Our soul wants to express our full authenticity. It wants to feel free. It wants to be liberated. Our minds want to grow. They want to learn. They want to understand the world in new and novel ways and feel liberated. Many of these needs are being suppressed because of the suppression of needs from our childhood and traumas and learned beliefs about if we were good or not good and what we could and couldn't do. And those needs that were not met, and some people internalize those beliefs as shame, as I'm not good enough. My needs were not met, therefore I must not be good enough, because the parents could do no wrong for a child and infant in their minds. So instead of using all those coping mechanisms and adaptations in the present, the comparing, the people pleasing. Some people were traumatized. They have narcissism. They believe they're better than other people because that's how their brain coped them into dealing with their insecurities. Many other comparing type mentality. Instead of those, there's one solution to all of that, is to focus on being a little bit better than the person you were yesterday, period. In every single part of our life, it's observable. We know what we did yesterday. We can record it. It's measurable. It's realistic, and it's effective because we can measure against it. And the only person that we can realistically compare ourselves against is the person who we were yesterday. That's it. It simplifies everything. We can get a little bit better with our health. We can get a little bit better, a little more kind. We can improve our diet a little bit, include one more healthy food and one less healthy food. We can decrease our smoking and drinking if we do that. We can learn to smile a little more, learn to have just a little bit more joy than we did yesterday. In every single facet of our life, including learning a little more, being a little more productive, feeling a little more free, feeling overall a little more positive emotion, even if it's 0.1% more than we did yesterday. That constitutes an improvement that you should be proud of, that you should reflect on at the end of the day and gratitude journal and record all your little wins. And then that's great for your self-esteem, for your self-image. You're improving yourself. It's a realistic comparison. And then let go of everything else. The people pleasing, the comparison, comparing yourself to the neighbors, to the Joneses. It's all irrelevant. It's unrealistic to compare yourself to someone else. It's like comparing the Earth to a different planet or our universe to a different universe. It absolutely makes no sense. Each person has its own unique history, strengths, DNA, parenting, experiences, brain functioning, and inclinations. It's completely irrelevant. Now, yes, we can learn from others' mistakes, learn from others' successes, as well as we can interview and meet other people and read about other people, read autobiographies to figure out what they did and figure out what resonates with us authentically. But the only truth you have is your authentic self. There's no one else to please, no one else to compare to per se than yourself. It's always been that way. It always will be that way. So beginning to heal your unobserved self, your child self, it starts with seeing how it shows up in your present moments, in your day-to-day life. And then it might be an insecurity, it might be a fear, you might self-sabotage and doubt yourself. You may act irrationally in a certain situation because a certain trauma or certain fear or limiting belief was triggered by your environment. It's then thinking about it, stepping away from it, detaching from it a bit, noting it, understanding it. And then when you're ready, you can sit down with a therapist, a trusted spiritual friend or guidance type counselor, or even yourself in your journal, and you can start going back to your childhood and completing the past, healing those old wounds, discovering those emotions that you suppress deep within your psyche, deep within your body, that remains there, that you have not fully processed yet. And then your adult self can communicate with your child self and say, hey kid, it's all right, I got this, I got you now. I understand your coping mechanisms from the past. I understand that those were there to help you survive in the past and help you meet your needs in the past, but I got this now. My rational adult self, with all my life experience, with my strength and my courage and my unbelievable potential, you can let your guards down now. I got this. I got this. You can console it. You can even visualize and give your child self a little hug and say, thank you for helping me survive and protecting me in the past, but you can let those tools go now. You can let down the guard. I got this. Be patient. So life has natural principles. One of those is the law of the harvest. A farmer doesn't go and plant the seeds and expect a big oak tree or whatever vegetable or plant or fruit that they're growing to grow overnight. They understand the law of the harvest and they're patient with it. Day by day, by painstakingly day, they often get up very early in the morning before sunrise. They tend to their crops in the field and they have patient, hopeful expectation that by taking care of it every day, putting in the time, one day they will grow a harvest. And that's the same truth, the same principle for any worthwhile achievement in life. Whether it's your physical health and your physical fitness, whether it's changing a habit, whether it's improving your social skills, developing mastery in art, a sport, in your career, mastering your social life and your confidence. All these things are bound by the law of the harvest. There's no getting around it. There's no quick fix. There's no overnight epiphany. Some people say, oh, look, they were successful overnight. But if you look deeply, it's usually a decade or 2 or 3 decades of dedicated focus on their craft, of whatever that is. At least 5 or 7 years. It can be compounded through additional time daily, but usually it's a decade to achieve mastery in almost any art, science, body of knowledge, sport, career field, anything like that's usually a good period of time with a lot of help. As I said, when you're ready to break those old habits of your child self, that's the phantoms of the past. And follow Jesus' advice about not putting new wine in old wineskins, freshening yourself, cutting off the chains, the past, those phantoms, skeletons in the closet that your child, the infant, toddler, and child self needed to survive. Understand that they were put in place for a purpose. They were there to meet a certain need way back when, and the majority of them, probably 90% of them or more, are obsolete. They're no longer needed, and they're the equivalent to you wearing your 10-year-old's clothes and stretching it and tearing it to pieces, and you don't even like it anymore. It's time to stop hoarding and letting those things go. And that's easy to say, but with some of the knowledge and skills that I introduced you today, it's definitely a good step forward. And you can do more of your own research on YouTube and whatnot if you want to get more refined in those skills. And watch my upcoming and past videos can help you as well. So until next time, I hope this was super helpful. Be better. The only target is be a little bit better in each area of your life than you were yesterday. Focus on that, and a lot of your troubles and worries will wash away, and what will be left is your core authentic self, and a you that you can be proud of, and a you that's getting a little bit better, like fine wine over time. Bye bye.